friends, welcome back to my channel, Life Between Words. I realized that I have been tagged for this tag by 2 different people. And I knew that, but then I forgot that I had already been tagged. So I was tagged by April from Getting Hugga With It, and also Jen from Jen the Librarian. Let me back up for a second and say that I'm going to do the Finally Fall book tag. We are now at the tail end of fall, but it's not Halloween yet. And I say fall lasts through Thanksgiving. That's my own time frame. So we are still in fall. I really wanted to do this tag before it was too late, and also I haven't done a tag in a while. And also I have a lot of other things planned, but I can't really do them until November. Like, I'm not gonna post my October wrap-up quite yet because I still am trying to get some books in right under the wire. So anyway, this was just a good time to do a tag. Wilder. Don't touch that, honey. The originator of this tag is Alina from Tall Tales, so I will link her channel and actually I'll probably link this video that she did in the description box below if you want to go check her out. Oh, you guys got a little sneak peek of all my books. Gonna turn those to the side. There. In fall, the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. I'm going to go with any of Louise Penny's Armand Gamache mystery books. I'm holding up The Cruelest Month because it was the most recent that I read. These books are set in the fictional town of Three Pines, set in Montreal, Canada. Louise Penny writes the life and soul into Three Pines. I've discovered that in books, there aren't too many places that I'd actually want to live, but Three Pines is definitely up there with other places like Hogwarts and the magical world of Harry Potter. But Three Pines is probably number 2. I love it so much. So, vivid setting. Number 2, nature is beautiful but also dying. Name a book that is beautifully written but also deals with a heavy topic like loss or grief. I've happened to have read a lot of books that dealt with grief in the last couple months, and so I just thought I would name 2 of them that I particularly enjoyed. The first is really kind of a no-brainer, and that is Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng. This book is about a family that is dealing with the death of their eldest daughter, Lydia. And that's not a spoiler because the first line in the book is, Lydia is dead, but they don't know it yet. And it's absolutely gorgeously written. And the whole book is really them dealing with the loss of Lydia and what it means for each of them, how it's affected them differently. I also wanted to mention When We Were Worthy by Mary Beth Mayhew Whalen. And this book is also about grief. This book is about a small town in Georgia called Worthy. One fall evening at a high school football game, after the game, 3 of the cheerleaders die in a car accident caused by another boy in town. The book deals with the aftermath of these girls' death and delves deep into the grief of 4 different women in different ways. I also loved this book and thought that it dealt with grief beautifully. Question 3. Fall is back to school season. Share a nonfiction book that taught you something new. I had to go with The Soul of an Octopus by Cy Montgomery. I learned so much about octopuses in this book. Number 1 being, it's octopuses, not octopi, because you can't put a Latin ending on a Greek word, and octopus is a Greek word. But also things like, so humans go head, body, legs. Octopuses go body, head, legs. Or things like, there's not a skeletal structure with an octopus, so they can fit through teeny tiny little holes. You also deal with more existential questions about octopuses, so you're not just learning science facts about octopuses, but more philosophical facts about octopuses, which is a really interesting thing about this book as well. And I loved it. Question 4. In order to keep warm, it's good to spend some time with the people we love. Name a fictional family or household or friend group that you'd like to be a part of. I could go with the friends that live in the city of Three Pines, or I could go with Harry Potter, but I decided to go in a different direction because I already mentioned Louise Penny, and Harry Potter feels a little bit like a cop-out. So I'm going with a middle grade book, one that I'm not sure I've talked about before on my channel. I'm not sure, but it's one of my favorite middle grade books. It's called The Penderwicks by Jean Birdsall. This book is about a family. It's about 4 little girls being raised by their single father. Their mother died, although that's not part of the story. And they just have the most beautiful sister relationship. They have the most beautiful relationship with their father. This book is a treasure to read, and one of the things that I really love about this middle grade book is that when you read it, this was written in 2005, so it's really not that old, but it feels like a classic. Like, that's how it's written. It's written like a classic children's novel. It has that warm feeling that you get when you read something like Anne of Green Gables, or something written out of the 50s, like a Beverly Cleary book or something like that. It's so wonderful. I can't recommend it enough. Question 5. The colorful leaves are piling up on the ground. Show us a pile of fall-colored spines. I'm going to do a little digging here. I went with these books, although I could have found many others. We have James Herriot's All Things Wise and Wonderful, which is the second book. Oh, Wilder, stop now, now, now. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so sorry if it's moved around a bunch. You pooped, Wilder. I can smell it from here. I went with James Herriot's All Things Wise and Wonderful. This is the second book in his series about his life as a Yorkshire veterinarian in the early 1900s. The Brutal Telling by Louise Penny, which I think is the 5th or 6th book in the Louise Penny series. I went with Castle of Water, which I think is about a group of people who are on a deserted island. One of those kinds of stories. I haven't read it yet. I'm super excited. I've heard really, 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 really good things about it. The 13th Tale by Diane Setterfeld. This is one of my favorite books about sort of gothic romantic books. It's a great book if you're someone who loves books. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. 7th Harry Potter book, needs no explanation. And Homegoing, which is upside down, by Ya Jessie, which I read this year. It's one of my favorite books of all year. Fall colored books. Number 6. Fall is the perfect time for some storytelling by the fireside. Share a book wherein somebody is telling a story. Peace Like a River. Did you think I could do a book tag and not mention Peace Like a River? Well, if you did, you were wrong. Peace Like a River, wherein an adult man named Reuben is telling a story about his childhood in which his father takes him and his younger sister on a cross-country adventure in search of his brother who has committed murder. Wow, that was probably the fastest synopsis I have ever given for Peace Like a River. Number 7. The nights are getting darker. Share a dark, creepy read. I'm going to share a book that I read this month that scared the pants off of me. I'm Thinking of Ending Things by Ian Reid. Technically this is a thriller, but this book takes the genre name very seriously. It thrilled me. It had my spine tingling. There were a couple scenes in this book that were so creepy, and I find creepy a lot more scary than something with a lot of gore, which a lot of horror has a lot of gore in it. That I don't find really scary. Creepiness, really scary, and this book is full of it. Wilder, no! Noni! Wilder has made it his mission to pull every book off of every surface. Oh, Wilder! Honey, you are really getting into everything. He's at this age where I cannot leave him to do anything. I need to sit on the floor with him constantly, or he is just gonna pull everything off the shelf, and the surfaces, tables, chairs. Wilder, stop. Stop. Do you want this? You can have that. Number 8. The days are getting colder. Name a short, heartwarming read that could warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. I have the perfect book for this. I am going to recommend The Blue Castle by Ellen Montgomery. I don't have a copy of it because it is a book that I have seriously pushed on all of my real-life friends and family who have any sort of attachment to Anne of Green Gables. I loved The Blue Castle so much. It's short, it's sweet, it's so heartwarming. I absolutely cannot recommend it enough, even if you have never read Anne of Green Gables. Read The Blue Castle. It is my gift unto you. Okay, I have really got to hurry because my battery is about to die. Number 9, fall returns every year. Name an old favorite that you'd like to return to soon. So I was going to say Peace Like a River for this, but I decided I'd go with another favorite that I want to reread soon, and that is the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. One of my favorites, also a heartwarming read, although it's not super short, and I love this copy of it so much. This is an Australian edition, which I happened to find on eBay because it's really hard to find this copy of the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. But I have it, I love it, I want to reread it. It's been many years, and I just remember it being the most wonderful first-time reading experience. Number 10, fall is the perfect time for cozy reading nights. Share your favorite cozy reading accessories. I'm not sure when the camera cut me off. I think, hopefully, I named all of my cozy reading accessories, but if I didn't, I'm sorry. I named a blanket, a coffee mug, and some candles. these candles, although all candles, really, I was just using those two as an example, a blanket, and a mug of tea. Those are what I like to have wrapped myself in. I don't wrap myself in candles, I just have them within gazing proximity. And the mug of tea I also don't wrap myself in. I wrap myself only in the blanket, but I wrap my hands around the mug of tea if I can. Anyway, question 11, spread the autumn appreciation and tag some people. I think most everyone has done this tag. I should have probably done a little bit of searching. If you have not done this tag and you would like to, I hereby tag you. Let me know in the comments if you choose to do this tag at my prompting, and I will come and watch it. And with that, I will talk to you all later in my next video, which should be an October wrap-up. And spoiler, I did great this month. I had such a good reading month. I can't wait to talk to you about all the books. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. I know that this is finally fall book tag, but I just have to tell you that just the other day, a new Hanson Christmas album came out, and the first song on the album is Finally It's Christmas, and I know I'm breaking like every rule by listening to Christmas music in October, but it just dropped, and so I had to listen to it because I know this both dates me and also lets you know just how big a nerd I am, but I have a secret huge soft spot for Hanson. Like, I wanted to marry Taylor Hanson. Oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. I cried when I found out Taylor Hanson was married. Anyway, that's all to say. NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, they didn't do it for me. Hanson, they did it for me. I loved them, I was obsessed with them. They were the posters that were plastered on my wall in middle school and high school. Or at least middle school. So anyway, I have been listening to the Hanson Christmas album, and I was listening to it as I was gathering books for this tag. And there you have it. I am listening to a Christmas album in October because I can't help myself.